If you are a resident of Delhi or the adjacent states too, know that at 10 a.m. Kisan group leaders are going to start marching toward the national capital. That march will begin at 10 a.m. from the borders of Delhi toward Punjab and Haryana. The Singhu border, Shambhu borders are where the farmers will start marching. So the march will begin from the Shambhu border, which is toward Ambala, toward the Singhu border. Farmers at Khanauri border will march toward the Tikri border. Farmers will start to gather at the Dabwali border. So Dabwali border is where they've decided to congregate. Now, according to our sources, very interesting that while the march is taking place from Punjab and Haryana, that there is going to be no plan of the march from Uttar Pradesh toward Ghazipur border, because there is also the separate border of Delhi toward Uttar Pradesh. And remember, during the farm laws protest, it was Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh. So it was a complete siege of the national capital borders. But this time toward Ghazipur borders, while there is a deployment of the police that you can see on your screens, but we are told not from Uttar Pradesh, but from Punjab, Haryana, hundreds and thousands of farmers are expected to what they call the Delhi Chalo March. India Today's best team of reporters is on the ground and is constantly updating us, whether it's toward Ambala or the national capital. Let me now come close to Delhi. Milan Sharma is at the Ghazipur border, while Amit Bhardwaj is at the Singhu border. Amit, I come to you first because you are where the farmers will start to gather, at least reach. Will they be allowed to touch base at Singhu border, or will they be stopped beforehand?
Well, Pooja, these pictures will be an apt answer to that question as to whether the farmers will be welcomed in the national capital or not. You can see the visuals of, 2 years back are back on the streets of the national capital, on the highways of the national capital, and so are the paramilitary forces as well. And on the right-hand side, beginning from that image, these are huge containers which have been put on the national highway right now, and it is filled with sand in order to create an additional wall if the farmers proceed towards the national capital. You have a layering of paramilitary forces, barbed wires, being installed on all these police barricades which are standing in queue. And right after that, you can see the installation of the barbed wires on the police barricades, yellow police barricades. And after that, Pooja, the concrete walls that you are seeing, the difference is that these concrete walls are not mere concrete walls, but the cement has been also put there, and iron rods have been installed in between to stop the movement of tractors. So what we had seen last time around is that the normal concrete blocks were kept, and the farmers used to remove them with their bare hands or by using tractors. But this time around, the Delhi police has also used cement in order to, make this structure a sort of a semi-permanent structure on the national highway. Along with that, rods have been installed to stop or burst the tires of the tractors which might be moving towards the national capital. And this is the first layering of the barricades. Remember, the moment Shambhu border barricades will be broken by the Kisan Jathebandis, what you will see is that the entire movement out here, the barricading out here, will be enhanced further. Right now you can see a single lane of traffic movement has been allowed, but on the left hand side, I'm not sure whether Alok will be able to, right there in this visual, Pooja, you can see this is the cement mixer, and many of these cement mixers are standing on the national highway. They will be put to use the moment Shambhu border is broken and the farmers start heading towards the national capital. In that situation, what will happen is that the barricades, the concrete blocks we are standing upon, they will be again put on the highway, and the cement will be put inside them to make them sort of a permanent structure. One important information, Pooja, the Sanyukt Kisan Morcha, the umbrella organization, that SKM has maintained distance from the 13th Feb Delhi Chalo call. They are saying that if the government uses force against all the farmers and workers who are heading towards the national capital, in that case, they will be
so
left
there
with
may be
no
a different
option
group,
but to join.
but
This
look at the
protest.
arrangement and what Amit Bhardwaj is showing us. Amit, if you can again pan the camera if possible. Before that, I want to introduce all our reporters on the ground as well. Manjeet Sehgal is joining me from the Shambhu border in Ambala. Amit Bhardwaj at the Singhu border. Milan Sharma is at Ghazipur, which is toward Uttar Pradesh. Aishwarya Paliwal is also at the Tikri border. Just look at the arrangement. Multiple layers of barricading, barbed wire. There are cement blocks. There's wet cement also kept ready in case required of that situation. I want to bring in Manjeet Sehgal on the latest on that. Manjeet, you are at the Shambhu border, which is Ambala, which is where the farmers are. They are not even in Delhi. Now, what is the reason? The government is meeting, the ministers are interacting, yet the MSP law that they are demanding, that a minimum support price should be made into a law, is not something that they are able to resolve. What is happening?
Well, Pooja, why farmers are adamant and why they are marching towards New Delhi is this, that their demands have not been met. Two-level talks between the union government and the farmer unions have failed. Remember, farmers had pushed nearly a dozen demands, out of which there was no consensus on 3 demands, including law on the MSP, bringing all the crops under the regime of MSP and debt waiver of farmers and the farm labor. So these were the primary demands which were not met. That is why farmers decided that they will continue with their march. Here at Shambhu border, just look at the size of these concrete blocks. They were placed by the Haryana police yesterday, but a group of farmers tried to push these boulders towards the trenches. Also look at the trenches has been made by the Haryana police so that it becomes difficult to move the tractors. But sources told us that farmers are also moving with JCB machines. They may try to clear these trenches to move ahead towards the Ambala. And here at the Shambhu border, Pooja, tractors have started reaching. This is the single tractor which has reached here at the Shambhu border. Hundreds of tractors are on the way. They will start their journey at 10 o'clock from Fatehgarh Sahib and other places. So farmers told us that they have been instructed by their leaders to reach at the Shambhu border in large numbers. They say they will continue with their march till their demands are met.
So that is perhaps the first visual this morning. The farmers starting to gather at the Shambhu border in Ambala. Go ahead, Manjeet.
अब बताइए, आप पीछे कितने ट्रैक्टर आ रहे हैं?
हजारों की गिनती है जी, कोई गिनती नहीं किसानों के ट्रैक्टर।
अब आपके और सरकार के बीच में बातचीत तो सफल हो पाई, अगला क्या कदम है, क्या बोला आपके नेताओं ने?
दिल्ली कूच करेंगे जी, दिल्ली जाएंगे। हाँ जी।
पर आप देखिए, दिल्ली कूच करना आसान नहीं है, बहुत बड़े बड़े गड्ढे खोदे गए हैं, बड़े बड़े पत्थर लगाए गए हैं।
कोई गल नहीं जी, ये तो चलो भर जाएंगे, खड्डे भर जाएंगे, बैरिकेड हट जाएंगे।
अच्छा, आप बता सकेंगे जो आपकी मांगे हैं उनमें कौन कौन सी मांगे खास हैं?
मेन तो MSP आ, एक जेडे अपने किसानां दे परचे होए सीगे, एक यूपी च जेडे अपना किसान मारे सीगे, ओदा इंसाफ हाले तक मिलिया नहीं। मेन तो MSP है, फसलों दे MSP लेनी।
MSP तो पहले से ही मिल रहा है, आपको उसमें शिकायत है कुछ?
नहीं मिल रहा। अगर मिलता होंदा असी यार इत्ते थोड़ी ना बरान होंदे।
Manjeet Sehgal getting us that first reaction of the farmer, and he says that it appears an infinite amount of number of tractors are there behind me and they are heading toward the national capital.